is good, guys? This is JDZero bringing you another PokeTuber Wi-Fi battle, Pokemon Wi-Fi battle, ORAS Wi-Fi battle against the Loco Ludicolo here, and it's another PU match against him. And if you want to see the team building for my team, it will be in the link to the description down below. His Pokemon Amino will be linked down in the description down below. So, like I said, if you want to see those beforehand, how I built my team and everything, it will be in the link down below. If you want to see how, if you want to see the person that I battled and his stuff and the Pokemon Amino, his link will also be down and below in the description. I want to say, if anything, that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get into the match here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the. He's gonna start off with the Marowak. There we go. And I'm gonna send off Solrock here, and I'm gonna set up Stealth Rocks, and he's also gonna set up Stealth Rocks. So now it's like a double Stealth Rock set here. This is where I coulda. I went for the Willow, trying to see if he was gonna do anything that was gonna do a lot of damage. Knockoff could have did a lot of damage, so lucky I set up the Willow just to avoid that situation that was gonna happen to me. So it wouldn't be doing any much damage to other mons that I do send out. I do send out the Leo. I wanted to go for the Rapid Spin, but I decided to go for the Skull instead. He does go for the knockoff. It knock off my Eviolite, so that kind of sucks that I had to sacrifice my Eviolite just for that. He sends out the Twinkle, the Staryu here, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. I do go for the Skull. I did not get a burn. I went to use Thunder, and I was like, no, nothing but Leo. If I would have still had my Eviolite, it would have probably not did that much damage. So it kind of sucks that I had to give up this Pokemon just to send out. So I sent out Keon the Meowstic here, and I decided to go for the Energy Ball. He's not gonna switch. If he did, he probably would have kind of came back from this. But he sends out the Hawk Angel here, the Pidgeot. I go for the Dark Pulse. It does a pretty good amount where it could get 2-hit KO'd. I did get the flinch, so that was even better. But this time he goes for the Defog, and I didn't know this thing had Defog, so I was like, oh snap. So now he removes my Stealth Rocks, lower my accuracy for my moves here, and now I had to deal with the fact that he switches out, sends into Raichu. I go for another Dark Pulse, but I decided to go ahead and switch out as well into Solrock here. Try to get my Stealth Rocks back up just in case. So he does go for another knockoff and ends up knocking off nothing, but he goes for a second knockoff, and that still didn't do as much. And I thought I would have did at least a good amount with this knockoff, but it literally seems like he said that basically at the end of the match he said it was like a not a physically attacker. It was more of a not an offensive, but it was a defensive mon instead that he had, so it wasn't gonna be able to take it out as quickly like that. So I was like, okay, cool. But he did get the paralyzed by using Nuzzle. He goes for a knockoff, knocking off my life orb. That definitely sucks because that life orb would have been a perfect, play for me to use, so I don't have to lose my attack and my defense setup. I would have gotten a +1 or +2, depending on if I still had the life orb. Then he sends out his Marowak again, letting the Stealth Rocks again on there. Uh, I end up being paralyzed, so that kind of sucks. He does get a little bit of burn damage, so either or. He goes for the EQ. The EQ is definitely going to take me out, and that kind of sucks from that range. It does suck. Uh, how would I say? Basically, he's just getting that damage from burn. Then I do send out my Dragon Slayer. Uh, and I decided to go for the Focus Blast, trying to see if I could take it out. I do land the Focus Blast. It does not take it out. That kind of sucks. And he knocks off my leftovers. He does get almost halfway down with the burn. I go for another hyper. I go for a hyper voice, trying to take it out, and it does take it out. So Focus Blast, hyper voice, pretty much ends that. He sends out his Orlando Gloom here, where I'm guessing he has like one of those league Pokemon that he's introducing for a certain league. I do go for a Fire Blast, and it almost took it out. I go for a second Fire Blast, and it's a 2-hit KO, so that was good. Overall, it looks like my Dragon Slayer is kind of sweeping the team here. He sends out Kyogre, thought it was like the actual Kyogre, but I was like, Kyogre's not in PU, so it ended up being low disc. I pretty much almost took out this thing with a Hyper Voice, and I had to take it out with the second Hyper Voice, so that was pretty cool. He tried to get me confused, but it didn't work. He sends out his Pidgeot again, knowing the fact that I had Stealth Rocks, that pretty much won me the game with the Stealth Rocks. So, if you guys enjoyed this PU match, this ORAS Wi-Fi PU match, and like I said, comment down below, skull bash that like button, put your scroll shades on, and stay awesome, guys. Bye.